Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Fatima Ahmed Tijani and I'm from Starfield College. I am going to speak about the theme for today's event, which is hijab, not just a cover. Firstly, the rule of dress for women is modesty. The word hijab means cover, screen, or curtain, and refers to both a specific form of veil worn by some Muslim women and the modest Islamic style of dress in general. Muslim women are required to observe the hijab in front of any man they could theoretically marry, which are people who are not their mahram. The four major Sunni schools of thought, Hanafi, Shafi'i, Maliki, and Hanbali, hold by consensus that it is obligatory for women to cover their hair and the entire body except her hands and face, which is optional, while in the presence of the opposite gender, it is recommended that women wear clothing that is not form-fitting to the body, such as modest forms of Western clothing, long shirts and skirts, or the more traditional jilbab, a high-necked, loose robe that covers the arms and legs. Hijab does not mean hiding your beauty, nor does it make you less beautiful in any way. Hijab is not just a cover, but it also gives a sense of security to a woman, and it is not used to disgrace her. At the same time, it is strongly advised that she starts dressing modestly. In Islam, wearing a black burqa or headscarf is not the main requirement, as most people like to associate the hijab with a black cloak covering. Some even go to the extent and ask why Muslim women dress like ninjas. Covering the face is not mandatory, and some women simply do this for their own self-contentment. Hijab does not mean that you are not like other women. It means that you choose to save yourself from other social evils. Hijab provides a sense of security to a woman. It increases her confidence because she knows that she is well covered and can move around easily in areas which are congregated by male counterparts. Hijab in Islam, in some sense, is the main identification of a Muslim woman. However, Islam gives women rights in the home as well as in society. The other valuable privileges they have are the rights to earn their own money, to buy and own property, to be educated, entitlement to family inheritance, to be treated with love, to vote, keeping their maiden name, to be able to worship in a mosque, and to divorce. One might have observed that Muslim women are gaining the finest education. Women have been given the utmost respect and highest status in Islam. Hijab is not just a cover, it signifies something deeper. For example, it is a barrier between a man and a Muslim woman. In essence, hijab provides the Muslim woman with both spiritual and physical peace and harmony. Allah says in Surah Al-Ahzab, verse 59, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها النبي قل لأزواجك وبناتك ونساء المؤمنين يدنين عليهن من جلابيبهن ذلك أدنى أن يعرفن فلا يؤذين وكان الله غفورا رحيما. O Prophet, tell your wives and your daughters and the women of the believers to draw their cloaks, veils, all over their body, that is, screen themselves completely except the eyes or one eye to see the way. That will be better, that they should be known as free, respectable women, so as not to be annoyed, and Allah is ever forgiving, most merciful. There are many verses in the Quran that speaks about hijab. It's important, but time will not permit me to give you all of them. So hijab is not just a cover, but it increases a woman's dignity in the society. It gives her a positive reputation in the society. People, men and women, will not bring her any harm. people would respect her because she is well covered. Whenever she comes out to speak, people will listen to her with attentiveness. She would be taken as a role model. Allah would reward her because of her covering. She would not be seen shamelessly. She would be honored, loved, admired, pampered, and treated with respect. I conclude by saying hijab is not just a covering. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Fatima Umar Muhammad, and I'm going to talk about the importance of wearing hijab. But firstly, what does hijab mean? To most people, hijab is just a piece of cloth Muslim women wear to cover their bodies. But in the Arabic language, hijab means barrier. And the idea here is to create a barrier between you and someone who's not your muharram. This monumental religious piece, a show of culture that comes in so many different shapes, sizes, and colors. Something that should be given so much dignity and respect, yet it isn't being given what it deserves. So tell me, why do we wear the hijab? Is it just a fashion item or a piece of cloth? No, it is much more than that. It's a way of life, an identity, a protection from all the temptations of this cruel world. The hijab should be more than a piece of cloth. It has to do with our character, behaviors, and morals. And honestly, when we wear it, we should feel like royals because it's our crown and it's not a crime. And all I know for sure is that the hijab is a progression, not oppression. Thank you.